Do you remember against Barcelona in the Champions League?
Yeah, I remember.
You lost 3-0, and you came back 4-0. What was the story? I mean, how?
You know, the way we play it now, if we do it in Anfield with the fans, there is a chance that we can turn this around. The only thing what I had was like, I didn't know how it would be to live actually in Saudi, because we didn't, me and my family didn't really know a lot about Saudi. And from the stories you heard in Europe, it's quite
You don't
strict
yeah, I mean, the
and
news
close.
always,
So you don't know. So basically, what people in Europe think is that when you go to Saudi, you can do nothing.
Reality, right?
They don't know the reality. Where the club is in, it's not easy to do it right now, and I think they need also some help from outside to help with this situation. And of course,
So even if the clubs wants to sign with you, it's not going to be easy for them?
they obviously they will need some help from outside to make that happen. Yeah.
You started when you were young,
Yeah.
and who in the beginning in the family saw something on you, like, this guy is going to be a good player?
Well,
Supported you from the beginning, and
to be fair, my whole family supported me. Like, I grew up with my grandma. I lived with my grandma since I was young. So my grandma took me to the training games if my grandma was not there. Cousin.
that was in Feyenoord.
No, it was Sparta Rotterdam. That's where I started. So that was before I went to Feyenoord.
Okay.
When I went to Feyenoord, I was on the age that I could travel myself. So I could travel by myself. So at that moment, no one basically had to bring me. But when I was at Sparta, I was 6.
We went to Feyenoord. How old are you?
Yeah, top 10. So when I was 13,
You left when you
left Sparta to go to the finals. So from 6 years to 13 years old. So 7
with
years.
your family and everything.
No, it's in Rotterdam. Sparta is in Rotterdam, and Feyenoord is also in Rotterdam. So I didn't have to leave my family. So I could stay in the same city. I could live in the same house where I grew up with.
And then how was the training? How was everything? Were you like?
Well, with Sparta, I was training like four times a week. So I remember it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off, and a Friday another training, and a Saturday again. And with when I went to Feyenoord, it was also 4 days a week training and with a game. But then on certain days it was.
Were you a good student or?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I think.
Are you old enough to admit it now?
I think I did quite well. I graduate, so yeah. I think that was a good thing to do at that moment, because my grandma wanted me to finish high school at that moment, because I was already a professional football player and I wanted to stop. But I was still living at home, and my grandma didn't have it. So she was like, "Nah, you have to, go to school and graduate." So that's what I did.
When you were young, who inspired you as a footballer? You were looking for.
Well, there were a few. My idol is Clarence Seedorf, but also Zinedine Zidane. So at those two, I was looking at
Different style players, though.
different style of players. It's Seedorf is a Surinamese guy. My parents are Surinamese, so in our culture and country, he's a really big icon. So before I played football, my family already looked up to him. So basically, you grow into it, and then after, when you basically start to understand what football basically mean, then you could see how good he was. So basically, before I start, he was already my idol. And with Zidane, it was just like I saw him playing, and he was like, yeah, wow.
Even when you met Seedorf, did you tell him that?
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
Yeah. We have quite good contact with each other, and now and then we speak with each other, we call each other, text each other. So I have really good contact with him. Also, when I need advice or something like that, he's one of the first persons where I go.
Did you ask him about moving from Feyenoord to PSV?
No, at that time I didn't have contact with him. So
How was the move? It's like moving from Qadisiyah to Ettifaq, you know, or the opposite.
I think it's more from let's say Etihad
Had Ahli.
to no, because it's in the same city. So they are both like really big clubs, but it was from one city to the other city. So it's more like Etihad to Nasr or Hilal. But it was a difficult one because at that time I always had a dream that I will stay at Feyenoord.
How old are you when you meet?
20
Oh, okay.
at that time.
So that was the professional career start.
Yeah. Well, I started at 16, so I played 4 years in the first team for Feyenoord. And I always thought like, okay, I will stay at Feyenoord until I will make a move to outside the country and go to another country.
Did the fans accept that? I mean,
No.
ex-fans.
No, they didn't accept it. But also because Feyenoord went to a really difficult time. We had problems financially. Basically, a lot of young players came from the academy to the first team, and I was one of them. And even through the really difficult time, they always supported me and always helped me to do good. While with some other players, they were a little bit criticizing and were not that happy. But with me, because I was one of them, I'm a
You were the good guy.
Well, I'm born and raised in Rotterdam. I go through the academy and, you play in the first team. So with me, they were more like, we need to support him and protect him. And then...
That's good.
Yeah, that was really good. And then when I announced that I was leaving, they felt betrayed in a way. So, they didn't take it that well. And to be fair, when you look at it from the outside, you can understand, especially when you support someone or you help someone going through difficult stuff, you want a sort of loyalty. But, on the other side, there were things that were happening where I had to make a move to PSV. What in the beginning was difficult with what I just said. I never thought that I would make a move basically inside the country, that I will move from one team to another team. But things happened, and in the beginning I was not open to go to PSV because I wanted to stay at Feyenoord. Well, you just say things happen, and at the end I make the decision to go to PSV. But
and your family supported this move?
Yeah, my family always supported my moves. They always said like, if you have a feeling with a certain
go for
choice, you have to go for it. And I had a good feeling after I spoke with the director and the manager from PSV at that time. So I decided to move there.
Then the big move was to England.
Yeah,
the story began.
Yeah, so I played 4 years for PSV.
How was it? How was the feelings
when I go to England?
Yeah, when you said, yeah, okay, I'm gonna.
Well, actually, it was really good. I already had basically I already had the chance to go earlier, but at that moment I didn't feel ready, so I stayed a little bit more in the Netherlands to be with family and to enjoy football. And then there was a moment after the World Cup and one more season with PSV where I was like, if I want to basically change and achieve more as a player, I have to make a move. So that's when I make the choice to go to Newcastle in England.
And then with Jürgen Klopp.
Yeah, there was after Newcastle. I had one year in Newcastle where I played one season.
And it was 1 year.
Yeah, only one season. Yeah. And then after one season, I moved to Liverpool where I play 5 years.
What was so special about Jürgen Klopp? Everybody talks about him in the media, but as a player, I didn't get the chance to ask a player about him. What was
Jürgen is really special. The way you see him, the way he presents himself, also on TV. That's the way his work at the training ground with games. Really emotional, but always there to basically help the team going forward, help the team doing better. And besides that, it's also a really good person. For me, I had a really good relationship with him, not only football-wise, but also personal-wise. Jürgen was a person who really helped me. basically let me look back on a really, really beautiful time with Jürgen. And besides that, he's an unbelievable manager. We see what he achieved at Liverpool.
Okay, but what is he now?
Well, he works for Red Bull now. So he's traveling and this sort of thing. So we speak now and then through text or with a phone call, but it's of course not that much like when you really work with each other. But I think he's enjoying another part of his life now, and that's a little bit on the outside of football instead of working as a manager at a club and do all kinds of things. So it's a different kind of life, and yeah, there's also something different for him. Of course, football is really intense when you're a player or a manager. So I don't really know the motive why he chose to do this or why he made these kind of choices, but I can understand that if you work so long in football with so much pressure and everything that some people decide.
Over there was you, Mo Salah, Mane, big names. He did a lot. How was the team? How is that?
The team was amazing. I think the team was one of the reasons why players did really well, because of the atmosphere was good. Was actually it's feeling like family, like that you are working with family. So it was really nice for us as players. I think for the staff and also the people who were working at the club, to go to the training ground every day or to achieve things together. So,
were you happy when the so many is here? Are you still talking to him?
Yeah, Sadio is one of my teammates, old teammates, with who I have the most contact. We call really often. Like often we call with each other and we on the phone for hours.
And you saw what he did in the African Cup.
Yeah, it was amazing for him. Yeah,
it was something amazing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it has.
It's like he just.
But that's how he is, and Sadio is a really good person, a good vibe around him. I think that's why he's also loved by a lot of people. Also, what the things you see, what he do outside of football, what inspired people, what inspired me as well. With the charities, what he's doing in his country. So,
tells us that it's out of the game. It's not only football. It's
out of the game.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Sadio was also one of the guys where after football, I went often to his house to sit with him and chill and have a good, time. So, yeah, Sadio is an amazing person, really.
I want to ask you about a game. Do you remember against Barcelona in the Champions League?
Yeah, I remember.
You lost 3-0 and you came back 4-0. What was the story? I mean, how did that happen?
Well, first, of course, we played them at their home, where I think we played a really good game, but you could not see it back in the results because they won the game 3-0 at home. What automatically make it really difficult for another team to win.
It was kind of impossible, honestly.
Yeah, that's what everyone thought. But when we went inside, we were disappointed after the game. But we were also like, the way we played now, if we do it in Anfield with the fans, there is a chance that we can turn this around. So even though that it looked impossible, we were so confident after the first match that we knew that we could change it around. Also because we knew we were playing at home with the crowd, and Champions League nights are really, really special. So that also gave us
in moments like that. Is it one player that he calls the whole team, we're gonna do it, or the coach? Or
it was the coach actually who started with it. Like he came in and we were disappointed because we played actually a really good game. But what I just said, that
you said it twice, and you played very good. I'm gonna go back and watch it again.
We played actually really good, and the first thing he said is that he was really proud and that he's sure that we can change it around at Anfield. And I remember that a few players were like, "Whoa, is that possible?" Because of course Barcelona at that time was unbelievable. You know, they had such a good players, beautiful team, really good team with individual qualities. So to win a game against them, especially with 4-0 and not to concede, was almost impossible. So and I think not everyone was directly confident that it would happen, but the way he was speaking to us and give us like confidence and encouraged us to not give up, and that at Anfield, what I just said, I think that was one of the biggest reasons why we also had confidence, because it was at Anfield. I think if we played this game, we had to play this game away or in another situation, circumstances, that it might not.
And then say that game changed you to a different mentality, different player, you specifically?
No, not really. I think that I already had it, and especially the team that we had at that moment already had it as well. Also because we already played for a few years together, and I think during the years on the club, because basically he brought us all together and managed the team he wanted to have. That we developed during the years. So not only that game, but I think during the years that we played together, we developed the character.
After all these years, you made a move to PSG.
Yeah.
It was a huge of stars.
Yeah.
It's like we can call it the dream team, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, come on, you, Neymar, Messi, Mbappe, Sergio Ramos. What is this, man?
Yeah.
It's like, how did you see the team? How can a coach a players like that?
Yeah, it's difficult. I think it's difficult also because you take a lot of individual players from different kind of teams, different kind of circumstances. I was, for example, used to play in a team that was really structured with Klopp, that we played for years together. So I was used to play a certain way. Other players who came were used to play a certain way, and normally when you do things like this, you need time to develop the team. But we all know how it goes in football. If you have a team like that who was playing, everyone immediately expect miracles. So yeah, the miracles didn't come. I think
that's why they didn't win the Champions League.
Yeah, we didn't win the Champions League with that team. But I also think like the Champions League, you win it when you have a really good team who is good as a team. And we had good players, really good players, but I think as team we were not the best.
Obviously, I mean, everybody loved watching them playing, new guys, you know? It was like, I'm telling you, dream team. But it's hard to come for a coach to coach them, to tell them the strategy. And
exactly. And I think as coach you have a way of playing or a way you want to play, but not everyone is used to that way or want to play that way. And then also because you have players with a big personality and really big players,
a lot of heads and a team. That's
it's not easy. So to be fair, I think personally that the time at PSG, for example, for the manager Mauricio Pochettino at the time, they will not define him that he was not a good coach, because I think he showed it at Tottenham that he's a really good coach, and I think also in moments at Chelsea he did quite well. But he should have the confidence and the trust from everyone to play the way he wants to play. And I think that was difficult at the moment, and I think if we had more of that could be better. But it didn't.
Even the whole club changed their strategy, and you saw what
they did, and you see what happened. So I think at the end it's all about how do you present yourself as a team, and of course here you need individual players who can make the difference at the end. But the first thing is that the team should be really good as a team.
And then after that experience, you moved to Saudi.
Oh, I went to Rome.
Oh, you went to
Rome in the beginning, after, and then.
But it wasn't a long time.
Well, it was a 1 season loan, but I broke my tibia
Yeah.
that loan, so I was a few months basically of the season I played. So yeah, it was a really difficult.
You don't live the moment over there.
No, not really, because I was injured
So yeah.
more than half of the season, and then after, you know how it goes with injury, you have to come back, get rhythm, and those kind of things. And yeah, the time was not there to have it, so it was really difficult. What is really sad, because Rome is Rome is a unbelievable team with unbelievable fans, and that's a club that deserves I think a lot more than what it has now. And I think now they do really well. They do quite well now. So that's also what they deserve, what the city deserve, what the fans especially deserve, because every home game it was full with fans supporting the team. So that was quite sad.
I went there to interview Saud Abdelhamid when he was playing.
Yeah.
And they have an amazing studio. They have an amazing everything in the club.
Yeah, the club is unbelievable. Like the training ground, unbelievable. That's why I say that the club deserves more than what it has right now. But I believe that with the way they are working now, with the fans that's helping them, because the fans are unbelievable, that it will be.
Sorry, I mentioned Saud. Do you watch him now in France?
No, I to be fair, not really. I saw that he went to Europe to his Roma, and I was quite surprised in the beginning, because I don't see a lot of Saudi players go abroad. But I was also like, okay, he gained a lot of respect, because he left his comfort zone to go to another league, another place.
We want more players like that. We want many players to leave. To live.
You really want it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it's nice. Like, you know what it is? I think here in Saudi, a lot of Saudi players are in their comfort zone, so it makes it easier for them. But
honestly, is there any potential of players who can leave?
Yeah, no, there are a lot of players. I think Saudi has a lot of potential. The Saudi players has a lot of potential, but what I, for example, said before, it's like they are all in their comfort zone, all in Saudi. What I, for example, had to do, I had to leave my, big contracts. I had, for example, to leave my family and had to go to a whole different country and be in a whole different environment. And that's helped me a lot. And I think it will help them also. But at the other side, if more players from Europe coming here, what makes the competition stronger as well.
What do we think of the competition? I mean, since 2023 until now?
Well, I see a change in
every year.
Yeah, every year, yeah, of course, because more players are coming, better players are coming. You play against better players, especially for the locals as well. There are players from Europe coming here, or from South America or other parts of the country. So.
What did you think in the beginning when they said you want to move to Saudi? Were you kind of thinking about it? What were you worried about? What were you expecting?
To be fair, in the beginning it was not really my first choice, because I didn't have an offer from them, so you're not thinking about it. But then at the end, because I didn't get sold to a European team, only the Saudi Pro League was open at that time in the summer. So I had an offer, and I
Did you ask anyone? Did you ask any player or?
Well, I spoke with Sadio because he went before me, and Karim El Amadi, who was at Etihad.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, with Karim I spoke a few times, also because he was an old teammate of mine. And I had good stories about him, but also because a lot of players went from Europe to here, it makes it easier to make their choice. The only thing what I had was like, I didn't know how it would be to live actually in Saudi, because we didn't, me and my family didn't really know a lot about Saudi. And from the stories you heard in Europe, it's quite strict,
I mean,
and close. So you don't know. So basically, what people in Europe think is that when you go to Saudi is
They
you can
don't
do
know the
nothing.
reality, right?
They don't know the reality.
Yeah.
I enjoy to be here, and that is something that's that I didn't know what I could expect if I was coming here. So from the football, I was quite positive about it, also because a lot of players came here, but basically the live circumstances, I didn't know. But till now, when I explain to people in Europe how I live here and how the country is, they are all surprised.
That's a good thing, you know. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, because
Well, you
when someone comes and tells everybody out there that how's the life,
yeah.
this is the most important thing. It's not only the game. It's like,
No, but for me personally, a lot of people thank me for that. I'm thinking like I'm just telling the truth, you know. And of course, maybe I will face certain things, but I would think like, okay, in Europe we do it different, but you have it everywhere. So if you really look at
culture, yeah.
it's cultural. So if you're looking at that, then nowhere in the world is perfect. And what is like that, you know? So.
How's the food? How's the people? And
Well, the people are amazing, like really kind, want to help you. I saw it already when I came here with my teammates, and that was before I saw the people.
do you like the
in
Saudi
Amman.
food?
Kapsa.
Kabsa, yeah.
Kapsa. I like harika.
Harika.
Harika is amazing. I love it. Yeah, you have masoup, sireh.
I tell you about these.
The local players, they.
Is it after the game, the masul?
Yeah, after the game. So
Yeah.
certain days, or when you have something with a team, a dinner or something, then they let you taste all of that. So
Good.
yeah, it's really good. It's quite interesting culture. Yeah.
It is. And Al-Ettifaq is a different team as well, honestly. Since the arrival of Saad, you've changed.
Yeah.
Seriously, you know? What was the secret? What?
Well, he put me on a different position than what I was playing before, more attacking wise. I remember in the first day he came, we were standing on the pitch, and he came to me and he put his hands on my shoulder like this, and he said, "You would be my top scorer." And I was like, "Top scorer?" Because I was
Said
playing.
that in the beginning.
That's what he said.
And you are now the top scorer of the team.
Yeah. But he already, for what I understood, and he's also an Ettifaq fan, so he was following the team, looking at the games and everything, and he has certain ideas of way of playing. And when Stevie left and he came in, it was easy for him to play a certain way because he was following the club for many years, and also the years basically we came. So he said to me, like, "You're gonna be my top scorer, and you will play higher up the pitch, so you will play as a number 10." So, and from that moment, also with the way of working with him, the confidence he gave me, it worked really well. So
You're a big star. I mean, you're not a star now, but you became the star of the team, you know? You took the team, pulled the whole team, with all respect to all the players, you know?
Yeah, well, I see it like this: that the team is pushing me, and I just basically hold them and coming with me.
You know, the night, you know?
Yeah, everyone see it like that. But I'm looking at it more like, you know, we have a team that basically I feel really good in, and what I just said, the team is pushing me doing better, where I will be in a position and able to help the team going forward. So a lot of people, also because you score goals or you give assists and you're important for the team, looking at you are carrying the team. But in my opinion, the team is carrying me because of them helping me so good, I can play the way I'm playing right now. So I think it works both ways. They helping me like that,
really
and
nice, you know.
and
When you said it was really nice, you know. Don't
Yeah.
carry the team carries.
No, but that's how it is. They put me in a position where I can play the way I want to play right now. They're helping me. For example, they do like more work where I have to do in certain situations less work on the pitch. but I can help them. So
Yeah, but do you know what's the problem?
sorry.
Do you know what's the problem? Your contract is finishing soon.
Yeah, yeah. It's 3 months, I think.
Do you think the fans will expect you to leave, or they will be happy if they see you leave?
If they get happy.
No, they're not gonna be happy.
No?
I said, are they gonna let you leave
Wow.
after all this work that you?
Yeah, well, yeah. You know what it is. For a footballer, it's always difficult to say things because it's not in my hands right now. So basically, how it is right now is like, in 3 months, I don't have a contract anymore. So that means I cannot play
Who
for it.
controls that?
Well, the club has to basically they first offer me a contract and see if I can stay, and then after we can see. But yeah, till now I cannot say I'm staying, and I don't get.
Well, but you don't feel anything. You feel any negotiating happening, or
No, there's no negotiating ever, nothing now. So it's difficult to say if I will stay or not. But how it looks right now, the situation is that after 3 months, I'm not a player of Ettifaq anymore, because after 3 months my contract is finished and we didn't speak about the renewal. So
this is a big problem.
yeah, I also think like the situation where the club is in, it's not easy to do it right now, and I think they need also some help from outside to help with this situation. And of course,
So even if the clubs wants to sign with you, it's not gonna be easy for them.
well, they obviously they will need some help from outside to make that happen. Yeah, so hopefully we can come to a solution soon, and what makes it easier for everyone. And yeah, it would be nice if we all can continue the way we are working right now, because we put a lot of work and effort in. If you see the situation we are in right now,
It's sad to stop.
Sorry?
It's sad to stop in this moment. It's sad to stop.
Yeah, it's really a lot of effort from the beginning since we came here. If you see against who we are competing, you have the PIF, you have clubs like Neom and Katsia, and how it looks like now next season the Ria will come also, who has a lot of power financially. So yeah, if players like me then also will leave his club, it's gonna be more difficult, because you don't know what you will
Hopefully not.
get in return.
Hopefully not.
Well, inshallah.
Inshallah. كيف حالك?
كيف حالك? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
You start seeing her now.
Well, I know certain small things.
That's good. That's good. Honestly, what does Al-Ettifaq needs to win a competition?
Sorry?
What does Al-Ettifaq needs to win a competition?
What they need? Look, I think that we should analyze every season to now. Until now, every season it went a little bit better, and we have to continue in this way, because what I just said, like for us, it's not easy to, for example, buy a player from 60 million or recruit people who can help the team. So we have to be really smart in the things we do, especially financially. So what we need is to be really smart and creative in bringing this club going forward. And now we do well with the players we have, and of course you want more quality players in the squad, what makes your squad basically bigger, so you can rotate easy, or when you have to change the game, it makes it easier. But the way the situation is right now, we need to be really creative, and we do well with the things we have right now, the situation we are right now, the circumstances. But I think the goal is to learn from every situation we face and do it even better. So slowly we can basically attack the teams above us with being creative, because we don't have the same possibilities like them.
You think I forgot the question? Last question. Why they call you Jim?
But they call me Georgie. I was studied in my youth when I was going to school. There was a friend of mine in my class, and because my name is Georginio and it's quite long, you just make Georginio of it, and since then everyone took it over, and even my family members. So yeah, it came from a friend out of my class.
Shukran. Shukran for the lovely interview.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's an honor from me.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks. You wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Was
Nice.
good.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.